And of course, Cooler here with a 1-0 advantage, and he's got himself the nice spawn over by that upper yellow, which will allow him to get the red armor, will allow him to get that upper yellow armor. Draven, of course, getting the mega health and that lower yellow, so they are fairly even by now. The railgun there from Draven, Cooler knew that he was under a little bit of pressure, could have been in a little bit of danger of losing the 80 health from that railgun, and here's a nice little trap set up by Draven. Great rockets again from Cooler, but Cooler's in trouble and somehow survived for maybe longer than he should there, but Draven did pick up that first frag, or technically Cooler killed himself actually, but either way, Draven has a 1-point lead at 0 to -1. Cooler though is in position now to get that the mega health, and Draven with his health down to 50 wasn't quite confident enough to move into that area. We may just see Cooler make a challenge now for this red armor.
And that was a really great play by Draven. He just left up the red and set that trap. Normally you would expect both players to challenge for the second red, because you get usually equal stacks to it, and the trap was really well played.
Cooler now, a man looking for the next frags, as you saw that quick rocket jump over onto that upper yellow, and he's in a great position maybe to bring the scoreline back here as those grenades come out once again. The rockets from Cooler, perfect. There's the rail as well, and surely Draven, he's very, very hurt, and Cooler has to be careful, does get hit by that direct rocket. Manages to almost avoid the second one, but it did a little bit of splash damage to him. But Cooler probably in a happy place right now, because he knows once his upper yellow has gone to him, he's at 130, 160, and Draven 100 health and 83 armor. This lower yellow about to come into position. That was a great first rocket from Draven. Actually ran out, or switched out from the LG over to the rockets.
Too bad he didn't go more aggressive there.
Oh, and that's a great rocket from underneath from Cooler. It will actually tie us back up, and of course, Draven not quite getting over onto that red armor platform, which means the Russian player will be able to keep his armor advantage moving into these next item spawns, one of which is that lower yellow, and Cooler will drop and rail off. Draven could be once again in a spot of bother, as Cooler will rail in from underneath. Great positioning again from Cooler. Draven getting the spawn down low. Cooler, of course, still underneath, and it's kind of a bit of deja vu there for Draven. As again, those rails come flying in from underneath him. Rocket jump from Cooler, not great. Rail was absolutely perfect, though.
Draven really has to slow the game down now. If he keeps going on like this, and Cooler hitting his shots, he would just find himself on a bigger scoreline as the seconds go away. And you don't want to be far behind on ZTN, because Cooler is a great player on this map. Is really tactical, and Cooler is the master of running a map, so even when you're in control, it's going to be hard to get a kill on Cooler, and Draven should really keep that in mind.
Currently, Cooler hitting a 72% railgun. This mega health will come into play. Lots of grenades being spammed from both players. Actually, one of Draven's landing. Cooler will get in there, steals away that mega health. Lots of his armor actually being taken away from him, and he knows now that Draven in on that upper yellow. Cooler's going to have to set up maybe for, just to do some damage over by this red armor. In fact, he's not even going to go near it. He's going to sit out, wait for that lower yellow to spawn, which it will, and he will collect freely. But he knows where Draven's coming from. He heard those shards being picked up in the staircase.
I'm not sure if Draven knows exactly how much armor Cooler has, because they're kind of equal on stacks. And this next mega, if it goes to Cooler, great rockets there as well, sending Draven away. And now, after almost killing Cooler in one situation, Draven finds himself on the back foot again.
Yep, Draven now the one that has to find his way back in, as Cooler just hiding out there on that red armor spawn, and surely this is a frag for Cooler. He'll move in here with the LG. Draven standing too, though. Oh, and Draven making a nice decision there to actually back away and go for the rail. It connected, knocked Cooler down to just 2 HP, now down to 1, and there's no health on the map. Yeah, it was all picked up by Draven a little bit earlier on. Cooler having to settle for those 5 HP bubbles. And of course, he can't challenge now for the red armor or the mega. He's not sure where Draven is. Let's have a look. Draven's gone for the red armor. He's going to get the mega health as well. And that's a great bit of circumstance for Draven, because now he has both major items on the map. The question is, will he be able to, find Cooler, create that trap to actually do the damage and maybe pick up a kill?
And Cooler's just playing the plasma rumor. He knows he can't show anywhere on the map. Draven is 2 stacked. And he will back off of this fight as well, I'm pretty sure. He might try to get one more rail in, or the rocket.
5-minute warning.
and this will send Cooler away surely.
Oh, Draven actually, pushed up there with a rocket jump, tried to maybe move in on Cooler, whose defensive rockets came down. We saw then, of course, Draven move back to the red armor, and Cooler landed the rail on his foot. So we're going to see Cooler keep playing this kind of passive style, very, very defensive, knowing 3 frags. It's not a lot, but it can be done.
Draven really needs to stop thinking about the item so badly. He needs to get position on Cooler, and this is going to be a great fight. Rockets flowing in, and Cooler taking the better of it. Yeah. Both players down to less than 80 HP, so 1 rail will take it down.
Great work there from Cooler once again with the rockets. That red armor is in position, but it doesn't look like Cooler's going to go for it. Too much of a risk for him at this point. Finally, he's up to a health stack that won't see him railable as he picks up the Mega. Draven takes a rail to the face. Now, with that red armor in position, look at that rocket again from Cooler, followed up by the rail, and Cooler will make it 4-0. And I tell you what, that plasma was amazing as well, but the rockets from Cooler have made the difference on both maps so far.
They're spot on at the moment, and I mean that push by Draven, it was really good. It started out really good as well. He did the damage he wanted to, and I think he wanted to back off there as well. But the rockets of Cooler, just simply amazing at the moment.
41% on the rockets and 61% on the rail. That's just massive percentages in accuracy for Cooler at the minute. With a 6-0 lead, 3 minutes still on the clock, Draven's going to find it very, very hard to pick up these frags now against Cooler. Red armor is in position. Let's see if Draven's made his move. Actually, he's dropped down. He knows where Cooler is because one of his spam grenades just hit him as well. Cooler will actually move in towards that red armor. Draven underneath him did hit the rail, but Draven's in a lot of trouble. Another rail lands, but Cooler will push through. Hits the rocket to finish off. And he's now in a comfortable 7-0 lead. And I mean, if you're Draven in this situation, what do you do?
I really don't have much time now. He gave away too many frags on getting back the map control, and even though he had it, he never really got the frag on Cooler, and really 2 minutes 40 on the clock, 7 frags. He can't really stack up much more than this. He needs to get the frag really soon, and he's going to take more risk, and Cooler is going to try to take advantage of that. And you see Draven in a bad position again. 1 rail will take him away, and Cooler's just spamming down, and this Chef is going to finish him. Oh, nice rail there by Draven.
Yeah, that may just allow him some time here to maybe put together somewhat of a comeback. Mega Health is actually on his platform. Missed rail from Cooler. And he was just checking to see if Draven would go for the railgun shot from underneath, which Draven decided against. But
and now, from 13 HP, Cooler got up to 6,100 and could pick up possibly more health as well. And they're hitting the rail. And again, as you saw, 13 HP, and Draven doesn't get the kill. And if you don't move in when the perfect time is happening against Cooler, he would just take advantage of that, and now he's back in control.
Great bit of LG from below as well, and the rail will follow in. That will secure the Mega Health once again for Cooler with 1 minute 40 to go. There's another rail, and Cooler back up to 60% railgun.
Cooler's looking really good. If you know Cooler style, he usually doesn't, or tries to not depend much on his rail, but if Cooler's rail is on, he's going to be a tough opponent to beat for anyone.
LG is the weapon that hasn't really been used that much over the 2 maps, but certainly his percentages have been lower than what you may be expecting from those LG percentages. But I think he's made up for it here with the rail and his rockets, which a 43% rocket gun accuracy, very nice as well. We have now 1 minute to go. There goes another grenade hit. The rail through just a slight gap there between the wall and the floor on that second tier will allow Cooler to get more shots off. Here comes Draven going aggressive there towards that red armor. Cooler surely going to pick up another frag. He will. Not with all that much HP, but certainly enough to keep him alive. Those 2 25 HP bubbles there. You can see that Draven just trying to stand on them in case Cooler does any damage. And look at that combo once again. Rocket to rail with 30 seconds on the clock. Another rail connects for Cooler and a second.
Great.
And his percentage in the rail actually increasing here over time in the map, which is not the usual case actually.
Cooler is just playing with Draven now in the last minute, and if you can do that on this level in group stage with that comfy, you can really see he is not aiming for playoffs or top 6. He is aiming for the first place here.
Well, Cooler is going to pick up the first match here in Group D with a 2-0 victory, and a very convincing victory. I mean, 9 impressives he put together. For those of you in the